Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 with Rushall Olympic Diamond in the Rough. Find ourselves miraculously in 4th place in League 2. Walsall is now at the top, so 2 teams that are from Walsall are in the top 4. That is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. So after our loss against Walsall, we then turn around and smash Cheltenham 4-0. We then ended up beating Salford 2-1 in the Carabao Cup. So we moved on to the next stage, and then we end up smashing Notts County 4-1 as well, before beating MK Dons 3-0. But then we ended up tying against Tranmere. I don't think it was necessarily our best match, but again, so many matches in such a short time frame, we were bound to let it slip anyways. But the fact that we're in 4th place right now is much better than I would have expected. I thought we were going to be clawing our way out of the bottom, but so far we look like we're in a decent position throughout the league. Yeah, they had us at 500 to 1. I don't know why it keeps changing. It should have been probably your season preview of the beginning of the season, not towards the end. But finances, we are slowly starting to get there. I feel as though once January hits, we should be able to offload some more players and then kind of fix some of the issues that we're having now. It is nice to see that we're going to have a budget of 54K next season. So just seeing that just does bring a little bit of a joy. So we can probably move that over into the wages anyways. So it is nice to see that. If we can get an advance, that would be even better. But here we are taking on Mansfield, and I'm really hoping that we can manage to keep this streak going before eventually getting absolutely torn apart by Leicester, which we won't show you. We're just doing that to end up seeing how much we can get. But I did notice something pretty cool, though, and very odd now at the same time. We are currently playing in the exact same stadium that Walsall is playing as well. So, I mean, that's probably why we end up playing so well when we end up facing Walsall. But it is kind of cool that we're playing in the same area. I guess they don't, their under 21 doesn't play in their stadium, but our under 18s and under 21s, whatever's left of them, is also playing in the stadium. So we do at least have around 11,000 around that that should be able to show up for some of our games. So that is definitely an improvement. And it's kind of cool that we don't have to really move that much for it. But let's see if we can manage to get a result against Mansfield, and hopefully we can keep this going. And here's our squad for the Mansfield game. We have Hanbury in goal, Ollie, Cullinan, Cushienza, and Kamasin as our backline. Rowan Taylor as our defense mid, Peters, Cook, and Havenhand as our attacking options, and then Ayatunde to start up front. Hanbury's been doing pretty well recently, and Cushienza has unfortunately taken a knock. So is Omlu, but hopefully we can bring them in at some point. Daly might even have to come in instead, just based on his speed. We might need him, even if he's just a midfield distraction at this point. But Hansbury has been pretty good for us, and hopefully he can continue it with this game. Let's just get the upset. I don't know why they're calling it an upset considering the form that we've been in. But I mean, you never know. So we just got to get an early goal and kind of just coast from there, and just withstand the storm. I do find it interesting that we're playing in the Walsall Stadium. Eventually, we'll end up moving probably ahead of them, or we might get promoted one after another since they are top of the league right now. So that'll be pretty cool. Both teams playing in stadiums, but I wonder if we're going to get our own instead of having to rent it out, and how long that will take. I imagine it'll take a lot longer than initially anticipated. Probably at least 5-10 years before we might be able to get into a better stadium. And almost conceding early on. So Mansfield is no joke, that is for sure. We should definitely not take them lightly. We are on a cautious mentality here. And so far bumped down to 5th place though. So Salford, I guess the tie ends up moving them, but now somehow we're now back in 4th. We do have an option in the attacking side. Header, but can't quite get to it. Peters, who's been great for us recently. Passes it to Kamasin. Kamasin just shoots it at the goalie. Nothing to be done there. And that was our first shot. We now have a free kick. Cook with it. Looks like it hits off the wall. We're going to get a corner here. And I'm really hoping that wasn't the extent of this highlight. And we do have an option here. I had Tande taking the corner for whatever reason. I thought he would be more of a finisher in the box, but guess he's our corner taker there. Kushienza, I'm hoping, can play the whole game, but we will definitely sub him. Probably last, I think. I don't think we have too many options at defense there. But so far, no one else is really that tired. I think playing at a cautious standpoint is probably gonna help us a little bit. We should be able to kind of get a counterattack going. And just that was a terrible pass there. We're gonna concede now for sure. 100% we concede because of passes like that, and we don't, but very close. I just find that this game does that all the time. When you end up having like a terrible pass, you somehow end up conceding a goal pretty quickly. Solihull Moors up 2-0 on Chesterfield. Mansfield now got brought down to lower than what they were when they first started the game. And let's see if we can bring them down even further. Havenhand with a chance there, turned away. But somehow it's a goal kick, so I guess he missed the net completely, even though it didn't really look like that. Taylor with a chance here to Rowe. Ollie, he's going to shoot it for sure. Ollie shoots it, gets turned away for a corner. I don't know if Ollie's finishing is really that top-notch, though. Rowe with the corner. We don't get... And Cullinan somehow gets to it. I don't know what was going on with their goalie, but we will take this. 34th minute, we are, or 35th minute, we are up 1-0. We're going to have to see that replay because I don't know what happened to the goalie. Their goalie ends up staying with their whole team. So there's a bunch of red shirts there, and Cullinan is the only open man. And the ball goes right to him, and he just slots it in. Walsall up 1-0. So both Walsall teams are first and second at the moment. That is awesome. I feel as though if we get bumped up, we're going to definitely get screwed. We end up conceding a corner, and we get brought back down to third. So our experience at the top of the league, or the top two of the league, was definitely short-lived there. Moved back down to fourth place. I'm very disappointed by that. See if we can get something before halftime. Rowe here to Taylor. Someone better take a shot. Taylor shoots it. Can't get it anywhere on target. When I meant a shot, I meant a shot on target, not just a blind shot. So let's keep working hard. See if we can get something here. Taylor might be one of those guys that we end up having to sub, though. Depending. And highlight already happening now. I guess Colchester is down by Lorient, or Leyton Orient. And we concede a free kick here. If we end up conceding another header, I'm probably going to eat my hat at this point. And so far, they're beating us in XG. We do have the 4 shots on target though, so we are leading in that component. But 65 minutes in, and Kushienza gets a yellow, probably because he's a little bit tired. Taylor is going to come off. Let's put in Summers here. I'm going to take off Tande. I do want to keep in Peters. Let's put in Omlu and take off Scott. I feel as though Scott should probably come off. We'll put in Cullinan and maybe put Evans here. We'll do those 3. It does limit the guys that we can bring in though, so that is kind of unfortunate. Kushienza is going to have to kind of play through this, I think. I don't really want to put in Partington. He is only a 2-star. Shouldn't even be playing in this league. So we'll leave that at that. Maybe Cook, actually. We'll take off Cook as well. Put in Makuna. And we have 1 sub left. We were dominating just before this, and hopefully we can continue it. We just need to get that extra goal here. Masson now, oh my god, Peters can't get to it. Gets turned away. And somehow it goes to us. And they missed the whole net. Oh my god. 70th minute, and we're gonna have to make a sub here. We're gonna, yeah, Peters. Oopsie, Peters is gonna come off. We're gonna put Claymat in, and gonna confirm the sub. We're going to try and motivate our team. Demand more here. Mansfield has had the better of us, I will say, in terms of XG wise. We don't want to go too attacking until it's a little bit too late, because I feel as though that's when we're going to concede. We're going to concede right at the end if we end up doing that. So Clayman out with the chance here. Oh my god. Crosses it terribly. Yeah, we're going to definitely concede here. Chambers now. Evans ends up heading it away, and even that diving header suggests that we're going to concede. Hanbury ends up getting it. You know what? Let's go very attacking now. Let's go higher tempo. Play more direct. Work ball into box. Let's see if we can get something going here. Everyone's going to be exhausted by the end of this. I'm hoping that this desperate attempt's not going to make us concede here. Hart now with the chance. Claymat intercepts it. Timakuna to Rowe. Oh my god, just a shitty pass. This is just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And it looks like it's going to end 1-1 here. It's definitely going to end 1-1 here. Oh, unless we concede here, which we don't. Havenhand now with it. Come on, one last chance. Let's get it. He loses it, so I guess that was very short-lived. Rowe now intercepts it, but then loses it. These guys don't know how to pass now all of a sudden. I guess it's because they're so tired. We'll take the draw, I guess. So we maintain where we were. And we're satisfied with that, I guess. Bumps us down to 5th, though. But still, all in all, better than what we could have expected. Let's jump to the next match and see if we can manage to get a result there. For our next match, we have Hanbury in goal, Evans, Cullinan, Cushienza, and Kamasin as our back line. We have Green and Martin as our defensive mid. We have Claymap, Panasar, and Makuna as our wingers and attacking mid. And then we have Amalu up front. A lot of players retired. I'm hoping that Exeter doesn't end up putting a full-strength squad, considering this is kind of like a cup game, I guess. But I don't really see us doing too well in this. We did win our first game against MK Dons, so we're really hoping that we can double down here. But we did lose some of our players. I'll get into that a little bit later. But we did lose some of our players, so everything comes at a cost. So our recent form did make us lose some of our better players for the next little while. I think Peters is out, and Ayatunde is out for the whole season, though, where Peters is out for a little bit, around a month or so. Probably left. I think he was out for around 8 weeks. So we were without him for the last little bit, and I mean, it is kind of gutting. So far, Exeter's the only one that has the chance, but it's only been a minute in. And I'm really hoping that I don't butcher saying their name. We are away from home too, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a challenging day at the office. It is a League One team, and I'm pretty sure they're not necessarily struggling in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting the loss here. It just kind of is what it is. It's only if they end up starting their under 21 that we'd have a better chance. If we do concede very early on, it was just waiting for it to happen. 3 minutes in. That's what happens when you don't have all your starters in at the same time. But we've come back from this. We've come back from it before, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a goal in this game. That's probably like the best thing that we can kind of hope for, is if we can get 1 or 2 goals, regardless of what the scoreline is. We know that we do belong close to League One than at the bottom of League Two, but we're not going to give it everything because, again, it is a cup game. We can still qualify by beating under 21 team as well. So I know Exeter did lose their opening game against the under 21 team. So I'm really hoping that, and that's 2-0 there in 2 minutes. That is extremely disappointing. We're going to demand more immediately because that is utterly pathetic. where does it? It drops us to second though, so we're still above Exeter. A tie would definitely make it so that we solidify it, but Dons look like they're going to be the bottom and the runt of the division. At least we know that we can save it. So Hamburg gets a save 15 minutes in, but still no shot on target, no hope for anything, which makes me consider why did we play this game in front of camera, just to kind of show us getting just demolished. But 2-0. At least we got to head that away. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be defending this whole game. And it's not necessarily good luck. I'm just waiting for a penalty here. There's bound to be one. So we end up conceding the corner. Like I said, just one goal can make the difference here. And we're going to allow them to turn with it. And there's a huge difference between League 1 and League 2. We're finding that out firsthand right now. Still in second though, so I'm curious to see what the goal differential was between them. Chelsea under 21 is up 1-0. And I still don't see a shot on target. So I don't even know if we've gotten out of our half yet. 2-0 up. Oh my god, we're going to get demolished. We need this win. We need to at least tie this game because Casadei is playing. And I kind of didn't realize that he was playing. I'm hoping that most of their team's on loan though. And that MK Dons is just not very good. Evans now with the chance. We finally get it into their own half there. Martin now with it. And then he passes it back to Cushienza. Kamasin now with it. Let's cross it in here. Don't do anything too cute. Jeez. Makuna with it. Panassar gets to it, but goes over the bar. Not really a shot on target, but it is our first shot. XG-wise not doing very well, but it does look like the momentum is shifting a little bit in our direction. But as long as we don't get demolished, we should still be able to stay in second place, though. But knowing that the next game that they have to play is against MK Dons doesn't really inspire too much confidence. It would mean that we would have to win against the Chelsea under 21, which might be more difficult than said. I mean, I fully expect us to lose this competition anyways. So, but I think we get paid per win, which we're not going to obviously get here. We do intercept it though. Makuna now with it. Martin to Green. So we're starting to pick up steam. We just decided to take the first half of the game off. Makuna now with the chance. We do score one, so it is 2-1. Makuna with an amazing finish there. And I mean, we can tie this up. Yeah, good pass from Martin. And then a good run by Makuna. He was wide open. I don't know what their right back was doing there, or left back was doing there. Just buries it on Matthews. And we're back in this, folks. 2-1. And Walsall's also being tied as well. But XG-wise, we just have that one. What the hell? No. No. I want a much better display. Why would our assistant coach be okay with that? I'm not going to make any subs. Not as of yet. I think we still get the 5 subs, though. Makuna would normally be one of them. Omlu not being able to do anything there. Evans, yeah, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad all around. What's the score now for the other game? Oh, 2-2 Middlesbrough, though. I don't know if it's Middlesbrough youngsters. 60th minute, yeah, we're definitely going to want to make a change here. Yeah, let's take off Kamasin for Barrett. Let's put Havenhand in for Omlu. Cook can come in for Panassar. Panassar doesn't seem to be playing too well. So that's at least 3 there. Summers is probably going to come in as well. Clayma I haven't seen all day. We're going to put in Summers here. We'll leave the last one blank for now, but Rowe will probably be the one that ends up making his way. Let's encourage a little bit. See if we can get something here. We only have the 2 shots, 1 on target. But again, like I said, we're still in second, so anything can really happen in these competitions. But the fact that we are in second is pretty good. Oh my god, Makuna. I thought Makuna was going to score there. It's a goal kick. Not real much on that, but our XG slowly getting up there, and we're gonna end up making our last substitution because why not? Evans is exhausted, but I don't have anyone for that. Kind of I want to put Rowe in though. So, but Ollie Grant and Scott are the only two available. So I guess Evans gonna have to come off for Scott. Rowe, we're gonna have to kind of accept. McCoon is also exhausted. And then let's demand more here. See if we can get something going. And we'll take the 2-1 loss though. 4 minutes extra time. Doesn't look like we're gonna end up seeing any highlight here. The only highlight we're gonna see is at the very end of nothing happening. Oh my god. Or conceding another goal. Good stop by Hanbury, but everyone else is exhausted. We do have a game in like 3 days. So that's going to be disappointing. We're going to have to rotate a decent amount. And we headed away. It looks like it's going to end here. So unfortunately, we don't end up winning this one. But 2-1. If we didn't end up taking 2 minutes off there, it feels as though they get scored in bunches. We did start to come back in terms of XG, but I mean, too little, too late. But we are playing against a League One team, so I can't even be anywhere upset at them. Jesus. Their goal differential is -5. So yeah, I think we should be fine here. Chelsea under 21. Oh my god, they have everyone. They do have a decent amount of players. And we're gonna really hope for a draw there. Or just not get pummeled. Or MK Dons winning. MK Dons is in 19th. And Exeter is in 6th. So, I mean, losing 2-1 to a 6th place team in League One is not the worst thing in the world. But we'll show you the players that are currently injured. We have Giles, or Breeden, but he's not going to play for us. Giles is injured still for 6 weeks and 4 months. I think he broke his foot. Broken foot, yeah. So Giles ended up injuring himself earlier. Peters ended up fractured rib. I would have thought that he'd be able to come back, though, a little bit earlier. 12 days and 4 weeks, so around a month still. We might be able to rush him. Ayatunde's clearly out for the rest of the season. Damaged cruciate ligament. He's around for 6 to 9 months. Timeout so far is 3 weeks. So he still has around 6 months. So he probably won't be back until next season. He was our best striker, though. But it gives us a chance for Omalu, as well as just the crappy part was that him and Peters end up getting injured as well. And right now, Daly's playing with Jamaican under 20s, so he's not back for a little bit. I didn't even realize they had under 20s. So unfortunately, that's the reality. Finances now 590. We've requested several times for more funds. Apparently, we're too broke to be able to give us more funds for transfer budget. That should get fixed in January, but we're really hoping that we can kind of offload some of these players still. It's been the ongoing struggle. If you didn't watch the previous ones, it's mainly because our general manager ended up signing a bunch of our players for not even such amounts, but just the same amount. We ended up signing a bunch of our under 21s to full-time contracts, under 18s to full-time contracts, and they're either 50 to 100 pounds a piece per week. So that definitely destroyed us a little bit. We'll take a look at the schedule here and see when we're going to come back for. We're not going to come back for the Newcastle one. That one's we're going to get destroyed. We did somehow, I don't even know how this happened, but we did somehow end up beating Leicester in penalty shootouts. I didn't realize that they were just a championship side, but the fact that we managed to even do it, they're first in the championship. I'm pretty sure they ended up playing a bunch of their backups there to conquer us, but we did fight back. So we'll end up kind of skipping a little bit. We'll come back probably for the Bradford one, and we'll probably come back for the FA Cup. So we'll do Bradford and FA Cup and see if we can come with some victories. Unfortunately, we didn't end up doing that much with this one. Not too many good results here, but we still find ourselves in third place. So despite us kind of being on a little bit of rocky form as of late, we are 5-4-1, which is good enough for third place. And I mean, third place, but there's not much difference between first place and, I mean, even mid-table. We could easily see ourselves drop down to 14th place if we're not too careful. So hopefully we can keep some of this run going and make up for some of the players that we don't have. It does suck that we have so many injuries, but that's all you can do sometimes is just rotate and hopefully someone else ends up kind of showing up as our savior. But we'll keep bringing people on trial and kind of look at it from that. But I don't even know if we can really afford half of them. But we'll come back for those games for the Bradford City game and for the FA Cup. But hopefully you guys like this series so far, and leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching. Until next time.